Hello students, I am Kanti sir, teaching mathematics in 10th English medium. We yesterday started new lesson number 5, arithmetic progression. Regarding all the basic terms, definitions and few practice also, we gone through 2 or 3 examples and 2 and 3 sums given in homework also of arithmetic progression. Again, I remind you, what is the arithmetic progression? Arithmetic progression is one type of series in which all gaps are equal. All gaps are equal means mathematically, if I want to say difference of 2 consecutive terms is constant. Okay? That difference may be 0, may be any positive number, integer or non-integer, or any negative number. Okay, but real number. Now, first of all, in textbook, exercise 5.1, very basic information regarding arithmetic progression is given. Starting, so all sums are related to whether it is arithmetic progression or not, and if yes, then we have to find simply succeeding terms. No use of this formula an equal to a plus n minus 1 d. Actually we practice few sums regarding that, but basically that will be used in exercise 5.2. But if I want to give basic information regarding arithmetic progression, then that formula must be involved. Okay. Now you can see exercise 5.1. In question number 1, 4 sub questions are given, and they are telling that it is that forms arithmetic progression or not. Okay, I read that instruction. In which of the following statement does the list of numbers involved make an arithmetic progression, and why? Why is only one concept or reason that difference should be constant. So we should try to make progression. Then check whether it is arithmetic progression or not. Any series in any order can be known as progression. But if difference is constant everywhere, then it is called arithmetic progression. In future, you will learn geometric progression also. Geometric progression is somewhat different. There is a multiple, not addition or subtraction from 1 to second term. Okay. Now, in 5.1, first one, the taxi fare after each kilometer, when the fare is ₹15 for the first kilometer. If you travel for first kilometer, then you have to give ₹15. Okay, that is the basic fixed rate. Whether you travel for 100 meter, 500 meter, 900 meter or 1000 meter, it is 15 fixed. Then for the first kilometer and ₹8 for each additional kilometer. Okay, so fare for first kilometer, little is equal to ₹15. We have to describe somewhat, don't give direct answer. Okay, now fare for first 2 kilometer, this is first 1 kilometer, first 2 kilometer is equal to 15 plus 8 is equal to ₹23. Likewise, fare for first 3 kilometers. So it will be 23 plus 8, ₹31. Okay. Now first 3 or 4 terms you have to find and look whether it is arithmetic progression or not. Therefore, fare for consecutive kilometers is 15, 23, 21 like this. Now obviously in question only it is very clear that 8 is being added after first term. Okay, first term you can place any number you can place at first position A, but after that there should be some constant difference. Okay, so obviously you can see here difference is D, so it is positive, it is arithmetic progression. So this is the reason as difference between two consecutive terms is 8. Therefore, it is arithmetic progression. This is the short form of arithmetic progression. Okay, so that way you have to write. Okay, you can write direct arithmetic progression also, but if you explain somewhat, then it will be better. Okay, even you just read, understand, then you can give the answer directly also. No need to write nothing. Okay, but if it is in descriptive, then we have to write something. We have to explain what we think. Okay, so that is the first question, very simple. Now look at number 1. The amount of air present in a cylinder when a vacuum pump removes 1/4 of the air remaining in the cylinder at a time. Understand again. No need to write now, just understand. Now read it twice. Second question you should read twice. One cylinder is there, no amount is given, volume is not given, but 1/4 is being removed, and we have to write only left amount of air in the cylinder. Okay, amount of air present in cylinder. What is removed? That is not the form, not part of our progression. Okay, so what is left? So in this type of question we can suppose also something. Suppose you want to write down 1600 centimeter cube or whatever the meter cube, that is up to us what to suppose. Otherwise we can suppose V also, unknown V. But I think it will be somewhat difficult to use, so I suppose 1600. Okay, so let 1600 centimeter cube get a 1600 unit air in the cylinder. Okay, I purposely suppose 1600. Why? Because fourth part of 1600 will automatically be counted. Okay, so now first of all 1600 only. So at starting time, V is equal to 1600 unit. Unit may be centimeter cube, meter cube, whatever may be. That is not important here. Now, after particular time, okay, remaining in the cylinder at a time, but when a vacuum pump removes 1/4 of the air remaining in the cylinder at a time, means time also not given. So after some time, okay, after T time, okay, whatever be V, so V will be 1600 minus something is removed. How much removed? Fourth part of original volume at a time. At a time means whatever given at a time means now 1600 fourth part. So 1600 fourth part is removed. Okay, so obviously it is 1600 minus 400. So it is 1200 unit. Okay. Now, after 2T time, why I am writing T, 2T? Why? Because that is not given after 1 minute, after 1 second, after 1 hour, whatever, not given. V will be 1200 minus 1200 upon 4, because its fourth part at a time is removed. Okay, so it will be 1200 minus 300. So it is 900. Now if you want, you can write one term also, okay, one term extra also. But I stop here, okay. Minimum 3 or 4 initial terms should be there to say whether it is arithmetic progression or not, okay. Now that progression will be, progression is, just progression, not arithmetic progression. Progression is 1600, 1200, 900 likewise, okay. Now look here, here is a gap of 400, here is 300, gaps are not equal, okay. So write down difference between two consecutive terms I am writing short in short only, you have to write in full. Consecutive terms, difference between two consecutive terms are not equal. Therefore, it doesn't form arithmetic progression. Whatever they write involve make an arithmetic progression. Okay, so it is not arithmetic progression. So doesn't form arithmetic progression. So you understand, this second question is quite different, but if you understand well, nothing is different. You can suppose also just like me, okay, in the multiple of 4 and quite bigger number, so that at that time after last quite big number we can obtain, okay. If you want, you can write few steps extra also, okay. Now 3 and 4. 3 and 4. Number 3. The cost of digging a well after every meter of digging, when it costs rupees 150 for the first meter, just like here. For first meter digging it is 150, then rupees 50 extra. Okay. So now this one you can do in homework. So exercise 5.1. Okay, textbook. Question number 1, 3 and 4. 3 and 4 are in homework. Okay, you just understand it, nothing is difficult now. In number 4, the amount of money in the account every year, when 10,000, now 4 I want to explain here. Okay, so remove from there. Understand first of all what is given. Deposited it's 10,000 rupees. The amount of money at the in the account every year, but we are getting 8% interest per annum. Okay, so now understand, actually it is basically you learn in somewhere primary standard. Okay, so at the end of first year, what will be amount? Now we deposit rupees 10,000 only. So at start, so at starting time, amount equal to rupees 10,000. This is the first term. Now at the end of first year, amount equal to, but we have to calculate that. Okay, so I just calculate here. You know how to find interest. PRN upon 100. P is principal. Principal means that one, 10,000. R means rate of interest per annum. N means number of years. N upon 100. So it will be I only. So I equal to PRN upon 100. 10,000 into 8 into 1 upon 100. Okay, 2 0 cancel out, 800. But that is the interest. Amount will become 10,000 plus 800. Okay, 10,000 plus 800. So it will be 10,000 plus 800 equal to 10,800 rupees. Okay. Now at the end of second year. Amount equal to, actually our amount is 10,800 plus. Now that will be 800 constant because it is simple interest, not compound interest. So again, interest will be counted on 10,000 only. Okay, on principal only, not on that final amount. Okay, so again add 800. So it will be 00611, 11,600. Now you understand? Every time 800 being added. So obviously it is arithmetic progression. Write out that statement. The difference between two consecutive terms, write down first of all that progression also. Write down progression 10,000, 10,800, 11,600. Then orally also you can write next term also. Add again. So it will be 12,400 like this. The difference between two consecutive terms are equal. Therefore, it is arithmetic progression. Okay. Writing way is the same only. Okay. So here this concept is new, otherwise nothing is different. Now look at number 2. Write first 4 terms of the AP when the first term A and the common difference B are given below. Now how to solve this type of sum? Don't use this one because we here want to write consecutive all terms, not jump directly particular terms. So this formula is not compulsory to be used. Okay, you can use, no problem, but by adding only you can going ahead. Okay, but if you are asked to find particular term directly, suppose 56 term directly, then no, it is not advisable to write in between all terms. Okay, that is not advisable. So at that time only use this one, otherwise orally, manually only we can write initial 4 or 5 terms. Okay, so here look seconds first. A equal to 10, B equal to, so first of all A equal to 10, that is the symbol of first term. Then A1 equal to, nothing, 10 plus 10, actually A plus B. A plus B means 10 plus 10, both are 10, A as well A as well B. Now A2 is equal to nothing but A1 plus B is equal to 20 plus 10, 30. How many terms required? First 4. So again 1, A3, sorry, this is A2, A3, A4. So here is A2 plus D. Okay, now A3 plus D equal to 30 plus 10, 40. Okay, you understand how to write? By adding 1 D only. Okay, manually only. You don't know that formula. So therefore, arithmetic progression. We have the first 4 terms of AP. First 4 terms of AP are 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay. Remaining not asked, so no need to write this also. Okay, so that is their equation. Now, same way, remaining all you can find. Somewhere it is this fraction, somewhere minus is given, but I don't think it is difficult. Even then, I give you a few sums. Second one is very simple. If you add 0, then it will be minus 2 only. So all terms will be minus 2, minus 2, minus 2 like this. Write down directly also. Okay, write down directly. Minus 2, minus 2, minus 2. Why? 0 is added. Okay. Now look at number 3. Okay, number 3 homework. Simple only. Now plus minus 3 means you know. We are adding B only, but adding minus 3 means what? Subtracting 3. Okay, that will remain same only. Now, number 4. That was number 1. Now number 4. Okay, 2 and 3 given homework. A. So A is minus 1. A2 equal to A plus D. Here you can write A1 also, not wrong. Okay, so A1 plus D minus 1 plus 1 by 2. You know, minus 1 plus 1 by 2 means what? Cross multiply. So 2 minus 2 plus 1. Minus 2 plus 1 means minus 1 by 2. Then A3. A2 plus D equal to minus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2. Why? Because A is given minus 1 and D given 1 by 2 only, plus 1 by 2. So obviously it will be 0. Okay. Now A4. A3 plus D. So 0 plus 1 by 2. Obviously 0 plus 1 by 2 means itself. Okay. So write down AP is, here the first 4 terms of AP is minus 1, comma, minus 1 by 2, 0, 1 by 2. Okay. Minus 1 by 2 you can write this way also, otherwise this way. In middle minus term sign or in numerator. Okay, anyway. So don't confuse due to fraction. If fraction is there, just remember LCM or cross multiplication is required. Now number 4. Sorry, number 5. E is given minus 1.25 and D is given minus 0.25. So first term itself is given A1 or A equal to minus 1.25. Okay. Now just like this, A2 equal to A1 plus D means minus 1.25 plus minus 0.25. Be careful here. In between plus sign only. We are adding only, but adding negative numbers. Okay. With bracket open, there will be multiplications rule applied. So plus minus become minus. So minus 1.25 minus 0.25. Okay. I just open second bracket. Okay. First of all, negative value always be placed in bracket only. Now, you know, if same sign is there, addition is there. Okay, if same sign, then make addition. Make them add. So it will be 1.25, 0.25, 550, 1.50. Okay, but minus 1.50. Don't say minus minus plus sign. Actually, here not minus minus plus sign. Minus minus plus means addition only. Plus is addition, not plus is plus sign. Okay. So don't confuse that multiplication rule here. In multiplication you remember minus minus plus plus minus 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 plus minus and plus plus plus. But in addition subtraction, don't remember that rule. Here only remember same sign addition, opposite sign subtraction. Same sign addition, opposite sign subtraction. At last, bigger number sign applies. Okay. Here also you can say bigger number sign applies. Now, A3 equal to A2 plus D. So minus 1.50 plus minus 0.25 means minus 1.50 minus 0.25. So it will become minus 1.75, just like previous step. Now A4. So A4 equal to A3 plus D minus 1.75 plus minus 0.25 equal to minus 1.75 minus 0.25 equal to 2 only, or 2.00. Okay, but you can write only 2 also. Okay, you just try it and you can add it. Okay, so this is a very basic. Manually only we have to find initial 4 terms. Okay, now look at number 3. Main question number 3. Look at instruction. What is actually given? For the following APs, write the first term in the comma. Here the AP is given. AP itself is given. We have to write D as well as A. Okay. So suppose I want to find number 2 first of all. 3 very easily you can find. How to find second? A is visible only. Whatever first number, it is always A. So no process of finding A. But if you can't find B orally, then write down A2 minus A1 or A3 minus A2 or A4 minus A3. But right side minus left side always. Don't reverse. So A2 is minus 1 and A1 is minus 5. Okay, be careful. I advise you, whenever minus number is there, fractions are there, at that time don't find B orally. Use A2 minus A1 and place value systematically. Okay, so it will be minus 1 plus 5, minus plus, because opening of bracket is a multiplication. So it will be opposite sign subtraction, same sign addition. At last bigger term sign, so bigger term is positive, so final answer is positive, so that is our answer. Okay, minus 5 and 4. Okay, now number 3. A is visible there only 1 by 3. D, again A2 minus A1. Okay, suppose I cannot find B directly equally, so I always find this only. So it will be 5 by 3 minus 1 by 3. 5 by 3 minus 1 by 3. So is equal to 4 by 3. Okay, so that is our answer, A and D. No need to convert in fraction, and particularly when denominator is 3, 7, 11 like this. Okay, keep it in simplest fraction only. Now number 4, you can do it. Very simple. Okay. Next, question number 4. Look at instruction. Which of the following are APs? If they form an AP, find the common difference B and write 3 more terms. Okay, but I think there are so many questions and our time is going to end. Okay, so from 4th onward we will solve and we will discuss, okay, in next lecture only. Okay, today only first 3 questions we solve and few questions, total 5 very short sub questions are given. Okay, but we not use so far this formula. Why? Because it is very basic only. Even you assume we don't know that formula right now. Okay, right now we don't have that main formula of this one. Okay, we will know it whenever exercise 5.2 comes. Okay, so manually only you can solve whole exercise 5.1. Okay, then so many sums are given in question number 4. So we will solve it in next one.